Ah, River and Beck. Well, you guys are always amazing. And that said, well, I'm not gonna do anything with the jack-o'-lantern, and I don't have any other products that I want you guys to try because I find it's probably torture. Besides, I don't have any products that I can recommend you to actually go and try and be the little lab rats for the actual experiment. But as for trick-or-treating, at what age one should stop trick-or-treating, it depends on how one thinks and who you actually know. The reason why I say this is because you're not going to go trick-or-treating in the neighborhood when you're 30, 40, 50 years old. People might think you're completely bonkers, mad, or slightly on the lost side of half a deck of cards. However, I've actually seen my grandmother do something similar to it, where she and her friends would get into a car, 5 of them, disguised with face masks and a whole bunch of little niceties that they sewn together. Basically, they look like scarecrows, and they show up at friends' houses to try and trick the people that they have to invite. Now, it's an Acadian thing from what I remember, and I'm trying to remember what the actual term is. It's not trick-or-treating, but it's like an adult version of it. There's alcohol involved. Usually it stops there, but what happens is that if that particular type of person shows up at your door and rings your bell, you have to let them in. Usually you're not alone when you're letting them in, otherwise you just don't answer your door. But if you're more than one person, you open the door, you let them in. You try to guess who is actually sitting in front of you. Mostly because they don't talk, for one. 2, you have to provide them your I'm trying to find the proper words here. Not benefaction, but your oh, never mind. I can't find the word. It's where you actually host someone. You give them access to your refreshment. You offer them a chair to sit on, so on and so forth. And they have to drink it. Now, the only problem is that unless their mask has a hole through the nostrils for breathing, they have to pull it up slightly. And if they have to pull it up slightly, you get to see some of their facial features, and depending on who it is, you might actually be able to guess right. If it isn't, then you have to continue guessing. And they stay for a few minutes, maybe 10-15 minutes max, and then they leave. And depending on how many people are actually doing this, you could have 5, 10, 15, 20 people that you know in the circle of friends that you all know each other and you're all doing this. And all of a sudden you're being traipsed upon as if you're the welcome mat for low society. But it's in the gesture of good faith, and it's all in the name of fun. Of course, don't overdo it on drinking. Most people will drink pop or whatever, but it's funny trying to see somebody actually drink it when they can't because they have nothing here and they have to drink it through the nose. Then you get some interesting reactions. But that's as close as I came to actually seeing anyone 55, 60 plus actually trick-or-treating. They don't get treats, but they do get to trick other people and hopefully get away from being discovered. And then all of a sudden it's the small talk of the friend circle for about a week and a half. Did you notice this guy? He was actually doing this. You think it was Uncle George? Anyways, I hope you guys are going great with what's happening at Stir Fry. As always, I see that you're always doing fun. It's kind of fun to see just 2 people doing this right now. River, you're amazing. Just you alone are a one-man blooper factory. Well, with that said, have a nice one.